Our next speaker, our last speaker for tonight, I think everyone waited for him. He is Mr. Julian Cañita. He helps coaches launch programs with six-figure revenues without the overwhelm and stress through FB ads. Hi, Julian.
Ay, andyan na pala ako. Hello! All right. Hi, everyone. Hi. Thanks for everyone of the speakers. And thank you, Christine, for having me. Okay, game. Good evening, everyone. My name is Julian. Thank you for having me here. I'm a Facebook ad strategist and coach. And the Chief Awesomeness Officer of Julian Cañita Marketing Solutions. That's our Facebook advertising agency. All right. So how did I get started with all of this? No, it started 5 years ago. When I got married with my wife, who was an expat in Malaysia then. No? So after we got married, I moved in with her in Malaysia. No, I used to work. I resigned from my hotel job here. I was a hotel reservation supervisor, and then when I went there, first thing that came to mind was kailangan ko makahanap ng hotel job, because my belief was, because nag-aral ako ng HRM, nag-graduate ako HRM, nagtrabaho na ako sa hotel, buong buhay ko pang hotel na ako. So that was my belief. The problem was, maraming issues with regards to that. But long story short, I was not able to get a hotel job. And yun, syempre, kailangan kumita and everything. And then the idea came to mind na sabi mo, mag-business na lang kaya ako. It's a website that I promoted in Penang, Malaysia, where we were at. No? And to promote that website, I studied Google Ads and Facebook Ads. No? I don't know how to promote it. So, inaral ko. Searched online. May mga free resources pala on how this works. Then I studied them. Promoted the website. Eventually, after 3 months, the business failed. Wala akong nakuha clients or anything. So, I stopped it na. But medyo na-enjoy ko yung digital marketing part of it. To the point na I went to some people offering that. Gusto nyo itry ito? No, luckily, my wife's friend had an Instagram store for her cosmetics. Then sabi ko, gusto mo bang i-Facebook ads yan? So she became my first client, and then yun, so we did ads for her, and then I enjoy ko siya. And then sabi ko, pwede kong gawin to pwede kong gawin to as a service. So, and that's when I discovered freelancing platforms and went out there to basically offer Facebook ads as a service. Well, actually digital marketing as a service. And then 2 years after, in 2017, we came back here, and then started joining communities, started talking about digital marketing, Facebook ads in particular. So nalaman na a lot of people are interested in it, and then eventually we just moved to just doing Facebook ads, and yun, and that led us to here. No? So what we do talaga is Facebook ads lang. I don't do digital marketing. I don't do social media marketing. I don't do Facebook marketing. Facebook ads lang. No, so I guess to answer the question about the specific niche. No, so for me, it's Facebook ads. As in, kung gaano kalaki yung expertise ko with Facebook ads, gano'n ako walang alam with all other platforms. So really, I chose to specialize in this skill. And for me, at least in my opinion, I would actually highly recommend that you do specialize in a skill. No? Why? Operationally, number one, operationally, it's easier. No? So when we go to clients, when we go to prospects, we have a process na alam na namin how it works. And every day when I go to work, Facebook ads lang talaga pinapasukan ko. And I don't do parang, okay, mag-Facebook ads ako this hour. So mag-Google ads ako. Mag-email marketing ako. Which was the intention before. So medyo nakakagulo siya. Pero ngayon, day in, day out, Facebook ads lang talaga. So operationally, it's actually easier. No? And for me, during the time, I had a profile sa Upwork. I was looking for jobs there. And before, when I used to promote myself as a digital marketing specialist, daming jobs. Parang search ako, digital marketing specialist or social media manager. So ang dami, siguro mga hundreds of jobs. Siyempre, isa-isahin ko sila. Ang daming applicants pa. So dapat maganda yung resume ko, trabahuhin ko. Minsan copy-paste pa kung gusto ko mabilis. But when I made that shift to just doing Facebook ads, the process of looking for jobs actually became easier. Kasi ang search ko na lang is Facebook ads. And the people, yung hundreds of openings na marami akong kalaban, it now becomes parang mga 20 or less. So now I have more energy and time to really study kung ano yung job description, check ko kung paano ko gagawin yung letter ko, ganyan. So this was back in 2017. So for me, it worked talaga. And Siguro just to give an analogy, no? Give an analogy on why I recommend specializing in one very specific skill talaga. Um, let's say magkaroon ako ng ano, wag naman sana, knock on wood, pero let's say magkaroon ako ng concern sa puso, no? Would I go to someone, would I rather go to a doctor na alam ko lahat ng ano, I know I'm a general practitioner. So sana wala ma-offend, pero just an example, I put ako sa general practitioner, or would I go to a cardiologist? 'Di ba? Doon ako sa I would prefer doon ako sa specialista. I would malamang yung specialista would have the higher rate, but kung puso ko yung concern dito, then I would gladly pay that for the specialization. Diba? And same here. Same with this. So I recommend, rather than having all these broad skills na kaya kong gawin to, kaya kong gawin to, kaya kong gawin to, I would personally recommend specializing in one. It can be easier for you operationally, and you can actually market yourself better to employers. And si Bruce Lee, one of my favorite quotes kay Bruce Lee, sabi niya, I fear not the man who practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times. No? So that is, yun yung ano, super favorite ko siya. That really made me focus. No? And how did I decide on Facebook ads? To be honest, how I decided and how I recommend that people, once you want to do this, and specialize how you do this, you actually just choose what you want. Just choose. Parang gusto ko mag-Facebook ads and try it out. Then like sinasabi ni Raisa kanina, kung okay siya, then that might be it. Kung di siya okay, then try another one. If it's not within your skill set now, it shouldn't be an issue. It's not an issue. Hindi porket, ito lang yung skill set ko now then ibig sabihin ito lang yung pagpapiliin kong skills. So you can choose a service that's outside of your skill set, and then you can just make that happen, which I'll talk about later. No? So don't limit yourself to what you think you can do just now. And as simple as that. Kung ano gusto mong i-try, try mo. If it sticks, then yan. Okay. Tools I generally use. Ang dami ng tools na na-mention, pero two things now. Actually, the first one isn't even a tool, no? But one thing that really, really helped me throughout this whole process is having coaches and support groups. Particularly if you are exploring freelancing, if you haven't yet or you're for freelancing, alam ko maraming freelancing coach there. I highly recommend you explore having a coach. It's really been helpful for me. Now, I'm not a freelancing coach, so wag kayong lapit sa akin to. I think the number of speakers prior to me were freelancing coaches. You can approach them, and they would be more suitable to help you. No? I'm a Facebook ads coach. I'm a life coach. Pero freelancing not. So, wag ako. But yeah, having coaches and support groups really do help. And they have helped me a lot. In terms of an actual tool that has helped me a lot these past 5 years, to be honest, it's really Facebook. I know Facebook is a source of distraction for a lot of people. I even have a coaching student na parang sabi niya, because of having to work from home, dinelete niya yung Facebook niya activate niya yung Facebook niya for a time kasi sobrang distracting daw for her. But for me, it's really how you use the platform. I'm on Facebook sobrang daming hours a day apart from just the usual social stuff. I use Facebook to connect with friends. I use with the intention of really building the business. I use Facebook to connect with prospects. I use Facebook to market myself. And I use Facebook to do what I do, Facebook ads. So I guess, in terms of a tool that I use that's really helpful, it's really Facebook for me. Okay, so and then what I wanted to use this time to talk about lang is really some tips that I have. No? And I guess I wrote down 5. No? And siguro if you're going to take away one from these 5, it's this one. No? And whatever happens, it's really come from caring. Making that shift to really care for our clients made a difference. No? Na parang it's not just a client. No? It's not just a client. It's not just someone who brings in money. It's someone who needs help with their business. No? And when we notice, when we choose to actively care about our client's goals, about what our client is doing, about the purpose of our client, which is not just to make money, but whatever purpose they have. We find ourselves being more aligned with the work. We find ourselves being more mas ganado, mas motivated, mas nakakagana, no? And really caring. No, it's not just about, oh, binayaran mo ako, gagawin ko to. It's really caring about the business. That's why for me in particular, I'm blessed to be in a place where I get to really choose who I want to work with. So as mentioned by Christine kanina, we mostly work with coaches because we believe in that. As we're talking about kanina, we believe in the how mentors is able to help people and even change lives. No, parang I'm working with this one coach here in the Philippines wherein tumutulong siya ng other freelancers as well. And we did, after a year of the program, we did a check-in with each other. And parang doon namin na-realize na noong una kasi when we were driving members to his program, syempre nakita ko, okay, sales, ako yung advertiser eh. So I counted as number of sales and the number of new registrants, ganon. But when we start to talk about what is actually the transformation that's happening in the program, we actually realize that every sale that comes in is not just a sale. It's a person's life changing. It's a family's life changing. And that puts my work, what I do, parang mo Facebook ads lang, I may help people make more money. But when we start to care and align with the purpose of our clients, nakita mo, this is the impact we make in the world. Now, it's not just a job that we're doing. We're actually, in our small way, we're making a dent in the world, making people's lives better. And that is what helps me move forward talaga. That's what drives me to really do well at my job. That's what drives me to really to grow my agency and the Facebook ads business talaga. And when we made that shift, yun talaga yung ano. So it's coming from caring. Maraming mag-change when you start to care. Okay. Number 2 is be responsible. When I say be responsible, I specifically mean na whatever's going to come out of your freelancing career, whatever results you come out with, you are 100% responsible. Hindi siya, let's not, my recommendation is not to let circumstance, like for example, may virus, ay hindi ako makakuha ng clients kasi may coronavirus eh. Ay hindi ako makakuha ng clients kasi wala akong internet eh. And we have all these excuses that does not allow us to do what we want to do. No, what in a program I belong to, we call it playing victim, diba? And particularly for me, I'm sorry to may ma-offend, pero naririndi talaga ako when I hear wala akong choice eh. The truth is we always have a choice. And when you say that you don't have a choice, you're actually just you don't want to take responsibility for the choice you're about to make. Yun eh. So for example, wala akong skill sa Facebook ads eh. Wala akong experience sa freelancing eh. So hindi na lang ako mag-work from home, or I'll just take whatever job I can. No? If you are responsible for what you want to make happen, no? Kung gusto mo mag-offer ng Facebook ads as a service, hindi ka marunong mag-Facebook ads, you're responsible. What do you want to do? Diba? Mag-aaral ako ng Facebook ads. Diba? So rather than the thinking that I can't make this happen, or hindi ko kayang gawin to, the question should always be, kapag may obstacle, the question should always be, how can I make this happen? I'll give you an example, and this is not to offer anything, no? But at the moment we're handling 15 clients, no? And some people din sabi, paano mo nagawa yun? Diba? How is that possible? And that's the thing, no? If rather than saying, ay, hindi ko kaya yan, hindi ko kaya mag 15 clients, hindi kaya ang time ko, hindi kaya ng whatever, but rather than thinking hindi ko kaya yan, how can you actually make that happen? And you start to think that way, how is Julian being able to handle 15 active clients per month? Ganyan. And then you start to see these ideas. Baka ito yung ginagawa, baka may ganyan. And then you start to become responsible for the results that you create. No. Number 3, ito medyo mahaba, pero number 3, check your beliefs. No? Because sometimes what it might seem na we just do na parang may work, gagawin ko siya, but a lot of what we do are tied into our beliefs. And a lot of the results that we create in our lives are coming from our beliefs. And there are no wrong or right beliefs, but there are what we call limiting beliefs. For example, for a lot of people, they believe na kailangan may experience ako for me to be able to earn high. That's not, it's not necessarily true. That's a belief. But if you subscribe to that belief, yun yung magiging reality in how you proceed. No? But if you believe in the possibility na baka pwede pa rin naman ako maka-earn high without any experience at all. If you believe in that, then the ideas on how to actually achieve that come. Some other beliefs that I keep hearing na kailangan mag-work muna bago bayaran. Hindi pwedeng bayad muna bago work. Kailangan per hour ang rate ng freelancer. Now, if your beliefs, if these are some of your core beliefs, then it will show up in the results. And sometimes, kahit na ito yung beliefs natin, we don't necessarily want those beliefs. I know a lot of people who want to charge parang retainer, commission, pero nag-charge sila per hour kasi the belief is per hour dapat eh. And I don't, this is just a different opinion, no? But for me, belief lang yung kailangan ng portfolio or resume. To be honest, I've been doing this for 5 years. I don't have a portfolio or resume. And another belief for me, belief is mahirap mag-work from home. For me, it doesn't have to be. And if your belief is, mahirap mag-work from home, kailangan pagtrabuhan talaga, then that's going to be your reality. Now, the question is, do you want that to be your reality? I mean, if you want it, okay lang. Pero like for me, if you're someone like me na innately tamad, I don't want to work hard for what I earn. So I want to be responsible for that result. So I make ways for me to be able to work sufficiently and effectively so that I don't have to really grind it out just to be able to earn. And then finally, and this was powerful when one of my mentors told me this, no, your beliefs on income. Kasi parang I wanted to break a certain income barrier but which I couldn't break sa whole career ko. And basically, ang sabi sa akin nung coach ko was, kasi hindi ka naniniwala na pang ganong level ka. And then it hit me na parang, nga no, sometimes I tell myself na, kaya kong let's say 1 million, kaya kong mag 1 million a month. I tell myself that. But it's not showing up in the results that I create in my business, in my freelancing business. Which tells me that on a core level, there's some part of it that I don't believe pa din. Kasi if I do really believe in it, it will show up sa results. Now again, these are all beliefs now, and this is my belief. And then finally, the belief that you are alone. Some people think that after freelancer ka, work from home ka, you're alone. A lot of the success I've experienced was because of other people. No, again, I talk about mentors and support groups. A lot of my clients now, more than half of my clients are coming from referrals, from people I connected with, from other freelancers on Facebook. And yun yung maganda eh. Kasi you can also do parang white labeling eh, na parang because me and my friends were all specialized. Now, for example, someone is doing Google ads, ako Facebook ads. Yung client niya kailangan ng Facebook ads rather than him doing it then pamato na lang sa akin. Parang Julian, kailangan ng client ko ng Facebook ads. No, same with me. Pag kailangan ng email marketing, wala akong email marketing skills rather than me telling my client na, ako na lang gagawa niyan. Refer ko na lang yung friend ko. Another thing you can do, and because you're not alone, is you can actually subcontract other freelancers. No, like for example, a doctor approached me, sabi niya, Julian, gusto ko ng Facebook ads and content sa Facebook page ko. Sabi ko, Doc, I only do Facebook ads. Sabi niya, hindi Julian, gusto ko ng Facebook ads and content. So, ang ginawa ko, napit ako sa friend ko. Sabi ko sa friend ko, hey, may client ako, gusto niya ng Facebook ads and content. Pwede mo ikaw na lang gumawa ng content. How much do you charge? Sabi niya sa akin, 20,000. Okay, then I will go to the doctor. Sabi ko, okay, doc, parang 40,000 for Facebook ads and content. So pag binayaran kami, split kami ng friend ko. Kasi yun yung rate niya. Iyan ko siya, then everybody's happy. Na-fulfill yung gusto ng doctor. Kami yung dalawa ng friend ko na freelancer, happy. Okay? Last 2 points, no? If you really want to make this freelancing career something that really helps you financially, a skill I would highly recommend is learning how to market yourself. Just a quick analogy on this. Probably your favorite burger is not McDo. baka meron kang ibang alam na sobrang daming burger places na mas masarap pa yung burger kaysa sa McDo. But who has sold the most burgers in the world? It's McDo. Because McDo has the best system or the best way to be able to promote and market itself and sell. No, so for me, you can be great at what you do, but if you're not able to market yourself as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, then wala, magkakaroon ng, it's gonna be hard. No, and then finally, na-mention na rin ng ibang speakers about mistakes. With regards to mistakes, I want you to remember Michael Jordan. No? Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player, I think. No? Greatest basketball player, the greatest of all time nga daw eh. But if you check his stats, his field goal percentage throughout his whole career was 49.7%. Do you realize what that means? That means that the greatest basketball player of all time had more missed shots than shots he made. Think about that for a second. No, the greatest of all time, mas marami siyang na-miss na shots kaysa na-shoot. But still, he's the greatest of all time. Why? Because it's not the misses, it's not the mistakes that defines him. It's who he is, it's the shots he made. So when you go out there, you will make mistakes. We will make mistakes. I've been doing this for 5 years already. I can say that I'm at the top of my game when it comes to Facebook ads. Pero day in, day out, we still make mistakes. And those don't have to define us. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Pick yourself up, learn from them, and then go. Thank you for having me. No, about me. If you want to follow me, just look for me on Facebook. My Facebook page ako. Please follow me, Julian Cañita. Look for my profile, Julian Cañita. Then just add me, follow me. If you want to learn Facebook ads, we have a free webinar this coming Tuesday. Just follow my page and my profile, and we'll send the details there. Thank you for having me. Nag-over ako, pero I hope it's worth it. Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.